people are talking about how the culture is going to play the role in the coming AI transformation, which is the big leap every organization looking for. There are a lot of psychological safety issues also into the people when people think that if AI will come, what will happen to us? What it's going to do? Is it going to enable? It is going to eliminate? Then we have, we were just listening before us that people are very mindful, and you are a CFO as well, so it will go much more to you that how do we make investment? Should we look for long-term or short-term gain? And how do we balance this piece? But before we go there, I think it will be good that as an international CEO of Dr. PathLab and as a group CFO, if you can help us to set some context on the trends of AI in the industry, what you are overall, and specifically to PathLab before we move further into our discussion, that will be a great way to set the context, and then we'll come further.
See, in our organization, especially in healthcare, I've been in healthcare for more than 22 years now. But I have seen AI or any tool is not just a tool. I think, in my view, it's a collaborator or complement to your existing, whether it is system or your manpower. And I have seen that most of the people have said cultural thing, which is also where, it's complementing to the people, then only it is very well accepted in the system. And what it means, adapting or deploying this technology, so-called AI, like in our industry, I can give a lot more example, like faster insights, better quality, or accurate demand forecasting, maybe personalized individual patient engagement. So I can give you a few examples, like we start from the registration where we take blood. Now as a patient, you must always worry when my report is coming, right? And we have like 300 labs, more than 7,000 centers, and 12,000 pickup points. In overall 20,000 touch points, without technology and some model, you are not able to predict when your report is going to come. At this scale, we do 100,000 patients every day. So if you have a tool, then in our system we call ETR, estimated time of report, where once you do the registration, patient or customer will know that this time my report is going to come. So that is where, from the patient side. On the lab side, lab also know that these are many samples, this location is, having these loads, and they can prepare. In histopath, there are doctors where it is not machine-driven test, but you have, or somebody is making a judgment by looking microscope. And that is not physically possible for a doctor to see so many slides. And slides having normal or let's suppose some negativity, positivity. So we see like 1,500 biopsy. By the way, for your information, more than 15% is malignant. So you can see how much, cancer patients we are detecting every day. So now, with the help of AI, the AI can help you to make you efficient or better in quality, because they can, trigger that this is where you have to focus. Otherwise, same time you will spend on your normal biopsy and biopsy which has some positive reaction. So that is on the quality side.
AI is largely driven in 8 blocks. First is enterprise search, which you can connect Copilot to your system of source, which you can do. The another is predictable and analytic piece, which largely touched upon, where you have to have your own custom models to work upon. Third, which is an important piece for you, is around developer AI, where you can use Gen AI based platform, which can help us to develop application at much faster pace what you used to do before. And just giving an example, not on the customer side, but the enterprise side, we are using such platform. Our time to market of developing an application has reduced drastically from, let's say if it was, 4 months, it is now 8 weeks. So we are able to turn application, a full-fledged application to the people within the 8 weeks. So which is helping us to fast-track our entire journey. And these are AI native workflows and applications so that it helps you to have an enterprise AI nativity. Then the Vision AI, which is another piece. So look at 2,000 stores. It's become very difficult. So people say, these are CCTV cameras. Yes, they were CCTV cameras, but the AI is helping today to you to bring an AI layer and use your existing infrastructure to give you the insights which can help you to turn the value creation at a store. So just to give an example, so far we have done 700 stores with the Vision AI, and our revenue upliftment is happening 2% across these stores in comparison to where we don't have it. So it's a complete reimagining of the value chain from A to B, and the challenges largely come from a CIO or CTO perspective that you have made many investments, new investment needs to come, few will be leveraged, few will be completely, have to shut down, and then there will come to the CEO and CFO to ask the investment somebody was asking. So how will you balance this piece? Let's say, for example, as the AI coming to the center stage, globally 637, I'll just give some statistics before I ask you this question. It's a BCG analysis which they say that firms will do 2x AI spend in 2026, which is equivalent to 1.7% of revenue. 94% of the CEOs remain committed to these level of investment, even if 2026 ROI doesn't materialize. Then they say half of the CEO believe their role are at risk if AI fails. Yet 82% are more optimistic about AI return on investment than last year. 72% of CEO now act as a primary AI decision maker and on the agenda and spend 8 hours a week to learn that what AI can do. Western CEOs more often cite investing in AI to avoid falling behind, while the Eastern peers invest because they're confident it will pay off. So with that note, I have a question for you. Many CEOs experience AI regret, which we spoke about, that if I don't invest, I will be lag behind. They feel that if I am not going to invest without in the AI today, will the business survive or not? So it is becoming a question of remodeling the business model, remodeling the entire operating model, and in that context, while they have a major anxiety that there are no identified use case, suboptimal returns, and that's converting into an organization anxiety. What's your one, response to the people being a CEO, and as a CFO you had both the hats, investment versus competitive edge versus creating value and ensuring you are not losing the value in between. So how you respond to that piece, and what's your take to your peers?
Let's suppose for me, my patient is in center. I need to solve the problem of my patient, what he or she wants from this company. And then, I see these investments, and for that, many times it fails because you don't have use cases. You just jump on the technology, but you don't know what is, real use cases of that. Then you don't have, let's suppose, capability in the organization who can drive. Sometimes one person as a CTO, CIO is the, center point and he or she drives. But, other people in the organization, whether they also understand this. Then what is the data credibility? Unless until you have credible data source, investing in technology will not help. And same time, it is, where, if organization as a whole is not aligned, I don't think it is going to work. So in my view, most of the cases, if technology is, somebody is regretting or failing because not that technology is not doing something which we expected, but it is our own, maybe lack of alignment or understanding, or maybe, right strategy to, invest in that technology. we have home collection service. You might be all, that we are providing home collection. Now creating a home collection which used to be a central team, and everybody calling, there was a central number on which query is landing, and then somebody is assigned to get this collection. Now it is not possible to build thousands of people, while you have, let's suppose, 7,000 or more than that touch points, which is your collection center. You are not able to use. It's like, you are not using because you don't know how to use this. Now deploying technology, I'm telling you how it works. Now centrally, if there is a call coming, we can assign to the nearest collection center. And there I don't need to hire another phlebo or phlebotomist who takes blood or go home to take the blood. It's like Uberization kind of thing. So this is what, it's not only, investment, but what is, you are solving. Because patient wants or customer wants quick service. As you deliver, let's suppose, pizza in 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Here also somebody is expecting, यार मैंने अभी टेस्ट बुक कराया, मेरे यहाँ पे डोर पे खड़ा होना चाहिए बंदा, right? So that is not possible unless until you have some data which you can mine, and accordingly you can, plan.
Now the next question comes around that, and for you it is very sensitive from that point of view, that you are in an industry where one report goes wrong can create your entire business as a trust issue. And when you bring AI and other thing into play, and being a CEO, what's your take on keeping the customer trust on and ensuring that every time you are right, and what kind of a strategy and thinking as a group of organization of Dr. PathLab you are putting across?
Again, very important question. I mean, we as a company always known for our quality, and as we are in this space, we can't compromise, or we can't have a situation where we can give a report which is not correct. So in that, in most of the things, it's not only again adapting or deploying technology, but your training and skill in the organization is very, very important. How to use that technology or tools is very important. I always give an example, like, in our industry, there are, more than 3 lakhs labs in India. But we are being largest, we are being known for our quality. Why? Not because we have something very different in terms of machines, something in terms of, manpower, which is different. But how you use that is very important. It's like airlines, like you fly, I don't want to demean any airline, but let's suppose you have any preferred airline. It is not because they have something which is very different planes or different pilots. They similar Boeings or Airbus, same pilot from the same schools. But the perception you have, because there is a process, how you run your operations, how you use your systems and processes, is that matters.
On that one. Now the last one, which is around the question which I said in the beginning, around psychological safety. See, if I look at AI and agent can take many work, but the creativity and imagination is still continues to be a human-led thing. So as you rightly said, it's not replacing, it is maybe realignment. So when it comes to AI, maybe at the leadership level, people are, thinking that how it's create value, but if you come 2 levels down, people have a very different perspective. What's your take on the psychological safety of people when we are moving towards the era of AI and agentic AI per se?
Somebody, let's suppose, has to, answer, let's suppose, for example, we were getting 4,000, 5,000 complaints in my customer care center. Now it is, let's suppose, maybe half, which comes to the agent, a real agent, but others are handled by AI, agentic AI or so. Because those are not really where, let's suppose somebody is asking here, मुझे ये टेस्ट कहाँ मिलेगा या मेरा टेस्ट कौन सी लैब में होगा. So those are not real value added. Now this agent will feel that yeah, this is not I have. Now I can use that manpower to generate more leads, more business, and that is where they will also feel. So you skill, you train, and then you show that this will complement to your overall work which you are doing today. I think that is where I have seen in our organization where people have aligned, and we are the company where we have never fired anybody in spite of so much technology adoption in our company. And we are adding people rather than firing people. So I don't think it is to be seen as a threat or real people should worry, but they should be very, very clear and aligned so that they are having confidence that it is helpful for them.
So if I take it this way, that definitely there are more roles for people to come in the company, but at the same time, just to add on this, it's an ownership to the individual as well, that if you don't reskill, whether it is AI or whether it is anything, you are definitely replaceable if you are not upgrading yourself and reskilling in the changing world. So I think the training for people is very important, identifying the right talent which will continue and the people who can, you have a different perspective to them.
Thank you very much. I think we are done.
Thank
Thank
you
you
so
very
much.
much. Thank you.